The launch of the West Africa Coastal Areas Resilience Investment Project, Ghana, Waka Recep 2, marks a pivotal moment in the nation's fight against the escalating threats posed by climate change along its coastline. Unveiled in Accra, this ambitious $155 million initiative, funded by the World Bank, signals a concerted effort by the Ghanaian government and international partners to not only address the environmental degradation that has plagued the country's coastal areas for years, but also to build a sustainable and resilient future for its coastal communities. Ghana's coastline, stretching over 550 kilometers, is home to vibrant ecosystems and communities that have thrived for centuries. However, the past few decades have witnessed a dramatic transformation of these once stable environments. Coastal erosion, flooding, pollution, and the relentless rise in sea levels have converged to create a perfect storm of challenges that threaten the very existence of these communities. Quick reminder for those who haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so to stay updated on such insightful content and help us reach our goal of 30,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Your support means a lot. The Waka Recep 2 project, spearheaded by the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, represents a multifaceted response to these challenges, with interventions planned for the Kora Lagoon, Densu Basin, and Keita Lagoon, three critical areas where the impacts of environmental degradation are most acutely felt. At the heart of the Waka Recep 2 project is a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of ecosystems and human communities. Coastal erosion, for instance, is not merely a physical phenomenon. It is a destructive force that displaces communities, disrupts livelihoods, and erodes the cultural fabric of the region. The project's focus on controlling erosion and flooding is therefore not just about protecting the land. It is about safeguarding the future of the people who depend on that land for their survival. In the Kora Lagoon, the project will complement the ongoing efforts of the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development (GARID) project. One of the key interventions planned is the construction of a jetty at the lagoon's outlet. This jetty will play a crucial role in preventing sediment accumulation, which has long plagued the lagoon and contributed to its declining health. By stabilizing the embankments of the lagoon, the project aims to restore its ecological balance, ensuring that it can continue to serve as a vital resource for the surrounding communities. The Densu Delta, another focal point of the Waka Recep 2 project, presents a different set of challenges. Here, the project will address the issue of encroachment into protected areas, a problem that has been exacerbated by rapid urbanization and population growth. The project will support improved spatial planning and strengthen the enforcement capacities of existing regulations, ensuring that the Delta's fragile ecosystem is protected from further degradation. In addition, efforts to vegetate buffer areas in the upstream waterways and within the Delta will help increase the area's absorption capacity, reducing the risk of flooding and providing a natural barrier against the impacts of climate change. Perhaps the most significant intervention under the Waka Recep 2 project will take place in the Keita Lagoon complex. This area, known for its rich biodiversity and unique ecosystem, has been under severe threat from saline intrusion caused by coastal erosion and rising sea levels. The project's focus on reforestation and the protection of mangrove areas is a critical step towards reversing the damage that has been done and restoring the health of the lagoon. Mangroves are not only vital for maintaining the ecological balance of coastal areas, they also serve as natural defenses against storm surges and erosion, making their preservation a key priority. The project's scope, however, extends beyond environmental restoration. Recognizing that the resilience of coastal communities is inextricably linked to their socioeconomic well-being, the Waka Recep 2 project also includes the development of social subprojects. These initiatives will provide much-needed support to coastal communities, helping them adapt to the changing environment and build sustainable livelihoods. The involvement of traditional rulers and representatives of persons with disabilities, PWDs, in the project's steering and technical committees is a testament to the inclusive approach that the project seeks to promote. By ensuring that all stakeholders have a voice in the decision-making process, The project aims to create solutions that are not only effective but also equitable. The rationale behind the Waka Recip 2 project is rooted in the stark reality of climate change. Coastal communities in Ghana, like those in many other parts of the world, are on the front lines of the global climate crisis. Rising temperatures, increasing sea levels, and more frequent extreme weather events have all contributed to a precarious situation where the very existence of these communities is under threat. The World Bank's decision to invest in this project reflects a recognition of the urgent need to address these challenges and to build resilience in the face of an uncertain future. Naila Ahmed, the Waka Recip 2 program leader at the World Bank, highlighted the devastating impact of climate change on coastal communities during the project's launch. The global climate crisis, she noted, has had a debilitating effect on the livelihoods and lives of residents in these areas. The investment in Waka Recip 2 is therefore not just about environmental restoration. It is about ensuring that these communities can continue to thrive in the face of adversity. Ghana's coastal areas have long been a vital part of the country's identity and economy. However, the rapid rate of coastal erosion, ranging between 2 and 5 meters per annum in most areas and up to 17 meters in some locations, has placed immense pressure on these regions. The erosion is further compounded by frequent flooding, driven by high storm tides and rising sea levels. These challenges are not isolated incidents. They are part of a broader pattern of environmental change that threatens to reshape the country's coastline entirely. Climate change has already left an indelible mark on Ghana. Since the 1960s, the country's average temperature has risen by approximately 1 degrees, a seemingly small increase that belies the profound impact it has had on the environment. Projections indicate that the temperatures could rise by between 1 degree Celsius and 3 degrees Celsius by mid-century, and by as much as 5.3 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. These changes are expected to bring about more frequent heavy rainfall events, leading to an increase in flooding, flash floods, and riverbank erosion. For Ghana, this means a future where the risks of natural disasters are not only higher but also more difficult to predict and manage. The financial cost of these environmental changes is staggering. Ghana's exposure to flooding alone is projected to result in an annual loss of $160 million, a figure that underscores the urgent need for action. The Waka Recip 2 project is therefore not just an environmental initiative, it is an economic necessity. By investing in the resilience of coastal areas, the project aims to mitigate the financial and social impacts of climate change, ensuring that Ghana's coastal communities can continue to contribute to the nation's development. The inclusion of a $5 million grant from ProBlue, a multi-donor trust fund administered by the World Bank, adds another layer of significance to the Waka Recip 2 project. This funding will advance Ghana's blue economy, a concept that emphasizes the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods, and environmental health. The development of a sustainable oceans plan, supported by ProBlue, will be a key outcome of the project, helping to ensure that Ghana's coastal and marine resources are managed in a way that benefits both present and future generations. The launch of the Waka Recip 2 project is a critical step forward in Ghana's efforts to combat the effects of climate change. However, it is also a reminder of the scale of the challenges that lie ahead. Coastal erosion, flooding, pollution, and rising sea levels are not problems that can be solved overnight. They require sustained effort, collaboration, and a commitment to long-term solutions that prioritize the well-being of both the environment and the communities that depend on it. As Ghana embarks on this ambitious project, the eyes of the world will be watching. The success of Waka Recip 2 could serve as a model for other coastal nations facing similar challenges, demonstrating that it is possible to build resilience in the face of climate change. But more importantly, it represents hope for the millions of Ghanaians who live along the coast, hope that their homes, livelihoods, and way of life can be preserved for future generations.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.